For over 45 years, Barrow Island's conservation values have been protected and sustained through effective environmental management. With the onset of the Gorgon project, this stewardship has been intensified.
Barrow is an ark. It is a reservoir of things which used to live widely on the landscape of mainland Australia and have now vanished. So it's really a last reservoir. The possums with their little round bobby eyes and their soft fur, and the booties that hop so quickly and peer and look, and then there's the hare wallaby who sort of I suppose my real favourite is the Parenti. This big swaggering fellow, he walks along the road because he's king of the island. The most ubiquitous animal on the island is the golden bandicoot. They're little bumpy fellows. Perhaps the most exciting of the animals is the burrowing kangaroo. And most people don't think of kangaroos as burrowers. And it digs a burrow either underneath the caprock or in sand. It's called a booty or a burrowing bettong. And it's the last place that it lives is Barrow Island.
As the construction of the Gorgon project progresses, we all have a role to play as stewards for each other's safety, as well as stewards for the safety of Barrow's animals.
Barrow Island is a special environment. The fauna live here. It's their home, it's not our home. So how would you act if you were a guest at somebody's home? You're going to go in there and try to leave as few marks as you can, as few footprints as you can.
So what is the Gorgon project doing to minimise its footprint on Barrow Island?
We have a suite of measures that we've implemented on the project to help protect fauna. They range from controlling our lighting, controlling our vehicle speeds, controlling our vessel speeds.
Transport and road safety draw particular attention. New starters to the island, for instance, undergo a driver's awareness course specific to Barrow Island.
During that time, we explain to you why we do the 40k an hour speed limit at night, when it kicks in and out. The different speed limits from dusk until dawn have been implemented because Barrow Island is primarily a nocturnal island. The native animals here really only come out at night. So by reducing it down to 40 k's, we give our people the best opportunity to see the animal in advance and stop safely. We also encourage drivers, when safe to do so, to drive in the middle of the road, especially from dusk till dawn, because that's your higher activity time for animals. And if you're in the middle of the road, you've got a better view of seeing animals coming out.
All drivers on the island use vehicles installed with a vehicle monitoring system.
The IVMS, or the vehicle monitoring system, supports or gives us more data than we already have in terms of number of vehicle trips, the speeds at which we're doing, the total number of kilometres travelled, and where our heavy traffic areas are. That way we can correlate it back to our fauna database, so every time we've had an interaction with fauna, and use that data to identify areas of high risk and put management measures in those areas.
As construction gathers pace and the workforce on the island increases, practices are in place to keep the vehicle traffic to a minimum.
We're a 24-hour operation. Most of our people start before dawn or at dawn and go through till dusk. We want to reduce the number of vehicles on the road at those two heavy fauna traffic times, so more buses, less light vehicles.
Gorgon's fauna management program reaches beyond the roads and throughout the workplace.
If you have an animal in your work area and it's not at risk and you're not at risk from the animal, then generally we say leave it alone. But if you need that animal to be relocated, on the radio, call up KJV in Barrow, one of us will be out there.
Only authorised personnel are permitted to handle Barrow's animals. Each individual receives specialised fauna handling training to ensure safe interactions between the animal and the handler.
The people that undertake the fauna handling course range from our core environmental team here across to the environmental representatives within each of our contract teams.
As well as responding to call-outs, members from these environmental teams examine every centimetre of land earmarked for clearing.
Before we go in to do clearing, we demarcate the area. The fauna handlers, the enviros, will then go in and do a opportunistic clearing, so grabbing any animals that we can and relocating them. When the clearing process starts, it's all done with a fauna handler on the ground in front of the dozer, making sure that we move as much as we can, relocate as much as we can.
The construction process involves making trenches. But on Barrow Island, all trenches receive special attention, from the creation of animal exit ramps to daily inspections.
All of our trenches and excavations on the island are regularly checked just after dawn and just before dusk. We're checking for any fauna that may have fallen in or climbed in to ensure that they're not left there during the heat of the day. So we're making sure that the trenches are empty while it's too hot for the animals to survive.
Elsewhere across the construction site, the fauna management process continues. The seals on pipes are checked to prevent animals from unwittingly entering them. Fauna exclusion fences are being erected to reduce the risk of animals entering operational areas. And lighting is specially designed and regularly inspected to ensure background light is non-obtrusive to Barrow's nocturnal creatures. The Gorgon Project's fauna management programme also performs monitoring island-wide to understand any population changes amongst Barrow's species.
We keep track of environmental performance by a number of measures. There are different methodologies that apply to the different individual species we're monitoring. The benefit of the environmental ecological monitoring programs are it enables us to identify change at an early stage, and then to be able to apply management measures. It empowers us with the knowledge of the data we need to be able to make, I guess, well-informed, robust scientific decisions.
The sheer scale of Gorgon is unprecedented, and that it is being constructed on Barrow Island accords special responsibilities to every one of us working on it, to look out for each other and to look out for Barrow's fauna.